And we're back. New day, new build. Today we got a very special build. It fits a role that every team needs, and that is the 3 and D wing. That also can double as a little bit of a second ball handler. So for this build, we're going to set it at shooting guard. He's going to be 6'5", 204 pounds, and he's got a 6'8" wingspan. You can lower the wingspan to get a higher three-point shot, but what that's going to do is it's going to drastically take away your steal. And with this build, we are trying to be able to clamp up the main ball carrier for the other team, as well as stretch the floor with our three-point shooting ability. You do get contact dunks, and you also do get some decent speed with ball. So let's get in and I'll show you the build. All right. So right off the bat, as I play around more with this builder, I'm discovering that there are a lot more limitations. So if you look at the build, it's a pretty good spread. We get a 93-point ball. Once I put the mid-range, I put it up to 90 as well. I started to really get hurt in my playmaking abilities because you want to have that 97, that 95 on your perimeter because you're basically a perimeter lock with this build. So when I started playing around with the builder, I realized that in order for me to have the playmaking abilities, the speed with ball, and the ball handling, we really need to sacrifice something. So it came down to, do I want to sacrifice rebounding and not be able to grab a rebound at all? And I'm of the opinion that, especially if you're going to use this build in the park, which you can, it's definitely a park build too. You really need to be able to grab some rebounds. Now, are you going to be rebounding over a 7-foot versatile paint beast? No, you're not. But you need to have a little bit of rebounding. So if we took away all the rebounding, we could put up the pass accuracy quite a bit. But remember, with this build, it's a catch and shoot build. You can double a little bit as a ball handler, but the only time you're handling the ball with this build is really going to be trying to get to the basket. Passing is very important if you're a heavy ball usage player, but this player's more of a catch and shoot guy. It's just a sacrifice we had to make. So let's get into the build. So you're going to have an 84 driving dunk. That unlocks your pro dribble animations. So an 84 driving dunk with a 75 vertical unlocks your pro contact dunk animations, both off 1 foot and 2 feet. So that's very, very important. I want to at least get that. You can get higher in this build, but again, we want this build to be a 3 and D character. But I'm of the opinion that unless if you're like a 6'2" Steph Curry build that has a 99.3, you really need to have contact dunks because you never know when you're going to get clamped up on the outside or when you're just going to need to drive past somebody because they're doing a very good job, getting in your face, not allowing you to get your shot off. So you're 6'5", so there will be taller defenders. This year, one of the greatest things about this builder is it's going to create a lot of build diversity. So you're going to run into 6'8" two guards. You're going to run into 6'8" small forwards that can clamp you up that are defensive players. So you need to have the ability to get by them. And with an 80 speed with ball and you have pro contact dunks, you're going to be able to get by them and finish at the rim. Very important, 85 mid-range. I was really trying to get 30 potential shooting badges. 90 three-pointer. You can get a little bit higher, but it's at the cost of your defense. In order to get on this 6'5" build, in order to get a 93 three-pointer, your steal goes down to an 88. So that's something I figured. So I figured a 90 ball is a really good middle ground. You get a lot of good shooting badges. You get blinders gold, catch and shoot gold, chef gold, circus threes gold. You get corner at Hall of Fame, which is good for this build because this is a corner 3 build. Lucky sevens you get at Hall of Fame. Set shooter you get at Hall of Fame. Sniper, volume shooter, you get all the rest of the badges on gold. So it's definitely a shooting build. Now you could make it a little bit shorter and have it just be a complete pure stretch, but I wanted this build to be able to defend 1 through 4. Probably can't defend centers, but anything on the perimeter, it's going to lock up really well. All right, let's get down into the playmaking. So again, I said you only have a 32 pass accuracy. If you're making this build and you want more of that, you can take away from this. Or if you want less defense, you can take away from defense and put up your pass accuracy. I just chose with this build to go speed with ball handling. You can see we do have a gold quick first step. With this build, we cannot get Hall of Fame. You need a 92 for that, and you can't get that with this build unless if you drastically take away the weight, and that takes away your defense, and we were making a 3 and D player here. But you get gold, quick first step, that with your 80 speed with ball and your 84 dunking, you're going to be able to get past people to throw something down. But you get kind of the badges you're expecting. You get ankle breakers, you get glue hands, unpluckable, triple threat juke. Again, this is another build that's really going to utilize that. Um, I've heard nothing but great things about that badge. You know, you have a guy close out on you, you can't get your shot off. You go into the triple threat, you're going to be able to get around him very easily. But this is where this build sets it apart. Perimeter defense 95. You get all the perimeter badges on Hall of Fame. You get all the stealing badges on Hall of Fame, including this one. Now, if you haven't had a chance to look at some of these badges, this badge, the longer you're in front of your person, they start to lose attribute points. So if you can stay in front of your person, and with these badges, Hall of Fame clamps and this, you should be able to, that person's 93-point ball is going to start to degrade. And, you know, that's just one of those things that is awesome. So let's go ahead, get Hall of Fame pickpocket, Hall of Fame interceptor, Hall of Fame hustler, ball scraper. This increases the chance of a steal when attempting to strip a layup or dunk. Let me tell you something, in this game, that's super overpowered. Um, Contact dunks, and my build tomorrow, I'm making a small forward with a 99 contact dunk. We'll show you. With Hall of Fame posterizer and a 99 contact dunk, you basically got contact dunks all over the place. This is extremely important before they get into the animation, try to strip the ball. This one right here needed, this is why I wanted to steal at a 97, because I wanted this at Hall of Fame. Again, I like having the block as high as I can on these defensive builds just to help, you know, if they, you know, to block shots. You get 90 speed, 87 acceleration. Again, you need a 75 vertical to get the contact dunk animations, and then 88 stamina. We all know how important stamina is. You're a shooter. You don't want your shot timing to get messed up by having low stamina. So with this build, you only get the shot and the defensive takeovers. But remember, this build is a 3 and D build. So I put limitless and I put extreme clamps. And when you complete this build, you get a two-way sharpshooter, exactly what I wanted. It says shades of Joe Dumars, C.J. McCollum, and Tyrese Halliburton. If you raise this up 1 inch and you take away some of the speed with ball, it's a Klay Thompson build. When I set out to make this build, I wanted a Klay Thompson build. Remember, guys, if you like this content, please drop a like, subscribe, and come back tomorrow for another build. And don't forget to get on your grind, guys.